But I just have to ask, what is going on with Arsenal Football Club?
I don't know, man.
Hi, hello, and welcome to another episode of the Football for the Fans podcast. My name is Ian, and a couple of things before we get started with today's video. First of all, thank you so much for the support that we've gotten thus far in the content that we've produced, the episodes that we've put out. The feedback that you guys give us really goes a long way in improving the quality of the content. Secondly, for today, I'm joined by my special guest, my co-host for this episode. I'll let him introduce himself.
Hi, I'm Alan, and a pleasure being here with you.
So for today, we're going to talk about my Game Week 2 predictions and do a sort of review, right? And we're going to go in no particular order, probably talk about how we felt the games went. And yeah, let's get into the video. So we'll start off with Liverpool Burnley. I predicted that it would be a 3-0 scoreline, and I was kind of accurate with the outcome. But the game obviously ended 2-0. I think it was expected that Liverpool would
dominate the game.
Would dominate the game. They would have too much going forward. And it was a comfortable win for Liverpool in the end.
I think also the atmosphere, the Anfield atmosphere, the fans really got behind Liverpool. Burnley was just swept aside.
They stood no chance.
They stood no chance.
And it could have been more, Salah's goal was disallowed for offside. And Liverpool are in a good position.
They're dominant right now. I don't think going to Liverpool, any team going to Liverpool will be a challenge.
How so?
The atmosphere, man.
Anfield.
It's crazy, man. And then the way they are structured right now. The new left back, Tsimikas, the backup.
He's really doing
He's
well.
He's good, yeah.
He's challenging Robertson for that position.
But I think Robertson is just injured right now. But also getting back to the team will be another issue. So I think all in all, Burnley they just got swept aside.
Okay, six points out of a possible 6. I think they should be in the top 4.
And haven't conceded
a goal. That's actually a good point. And perfect start. You couldn't ask for
something more. To be, even though we're rivals, you just have to applaud
and acknowledge. So let's see how they'll do in their next game. Tough one.
Tricky one.
Next, we move on to Manchester City versus Norwich. I'll probably start off with my prediction. I give a 5-0 scoreline. And for sure, it did turn out 5-0.
So rampant performance by
Manchester City. They basically overwhelmed Norwich, I think.
And I think this was a perfect team that City needed to overcome the 1-0 opening day loss to Tottenham. So kudos to them, and I think the season has now begun.
It's pretty interesting to see how Pep usually rotates his squad. I think the City game, it was Sterling and Mahrez. Then now he took them, put them on the bench, and brought in Jesus and what's his name, Ferran Torres. And I think it was superbly effective. I think Gabriel Jesus is going to have a really good season this time around.
He will.
Especially with the whole hurricane issue sorted out now, as at the time of recording. So I believe that City now just need to kick-start
the season
on from there.
And I think particularly in this game, the City they had the better players and the better tactics.
Norwich didn't stand a chance, as
They
you
did
said.
not. They did not.
So City Norwich 5-0. Expected result. What more can you say? Crystal Palace versus Brentford next.
Yeah.
I predicted 1-1. The game obviously came out as a 0-0 draw.
Yeah.
So at least I got the outcome correct for this time round.
I think it was a fair result because it was largely a dull game.
Yeah.
But credit to Brentford because they've shown that they can defend away from home.
Yes.
So they're not like the whipping boys people expected them to be.
Yeah. I mean, with the game, the word I would use to describe the game was generally uneventful almost.
Yeah.
I think apart from the two chances or rather the chance each team had that hit the crossbar, I think one of them was a set piece free kick.
Yeah, it was whipped in from
the right hand side.
Yeah.
I think, as you said, a deserved 0-0 draw. No team really wanted to go for it and to get the 3 points, so hence no team deserved to get the 3 points. But I'll have to say, this scoreline favors Brentford more because they are on 4 points, right?
Unbeaten.
That's another thing. They're unbeaten. Their first time back in 75 years into the top flight league.
Yeah.
Not bad. The only way you could get a better start is if you get 6 out of 6 points. So 4 out of 6 isn't bad.
That's good. And they haven't conceded again, remember, a goal.
Yeah, that's also another thing.
Yeah, they're good.
So they're doing really well.
They're doing well. I think they'll be the surprise team. I think so far from these 2 games, I think Brentford will be a surprise team this season.
Yeah, we should actually do a season's prediction where we think every team will finish.
True.
But yeah, Palace Brentford, fairly boring. Not really much to talk about. Next, we move on to Aston Villa Newcastle.
Yeah.
First of all, before we get started, what a goal by Danny Ings.
That was a thing of beauty, man.
Overhead kick, always special to see it.
And he hit it so cleanly. It was just marvelous to see.
Goalkeeper, no chance.
No chance.
But overall, what did you think of the game?
I think Villa were dominant, but early on, when Callum Wilson was placed through, I think he should have scored. And it was 0-0 at that point, so maybe it would have had a different view of the game.
Yeah, it would have probably changed the way the game was going.
Yeah. But all in all, I think the Villa are good.
Yeah, I think it was the reaction that Villa needed, especially with the loss at Watford the previous week.
Yeah.
I think the home atmosphere obviously plays a part, and the fact that Newcastle weren't taking their chances.
Yeah.
The only positive thing on the Newcastle side, I would say, is Joe Willock. The player from Arsenal. I think he had a really good game.
True.
He really did influence.
He showed up,
And he might actually be the reason why Newcastle stay up.
You think so?
Yeah, I really do. Because last season he was the one who motivated everyone
to stay clear from relegation.
Yeah, and now that he's there permanently, he's settled. He's already had a year under the club, so it's not like it's a new atmosphere, new environment.
True.
So I think Aston Villa did well, and
they responded. They got the response as you put it that they needed.
I'm looking forward to see how they'll do this season.
Yeah, and remember they have a big squad,
a
talented squad. So if they get the chemistry in check, they'll be a force. I believe they'll be a force.
I know. It's a bit of a challenge when you lose a player like Jack Grealish.
Yeah, but you have Leon Bailey coming in.
Oh, they have.
You have Ashley Young coming in. You have what's his name?
Even Tuanzebe,
on loan. The solid defender. So
and Danny
Ings, of course. So
I feel
they got it covered. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Next, we move on to the London Derby.
Yeah.
Arsenal versus Chelsea.
Yeah.
I gave a 2-0 prediction, and surprise, 2-0 prediction was the result.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
But I just have to ask, what is going on with Arsenal Football Club?
I don't know, man. That was a spineless performance.
Yeah.
That was don't have the right term to phrase that, because I was just weak and poor.
It's crazy. I don't know how Arsenal fans feel. Probably you can tell us in the comment section below. But in a London derby, at home especially, you expect the players to turn up and actually want to perform. But it was shocking. Maybe the person to blame, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, is Mikel. Because you find that everyone knows how Chelsea set up with the back three and then the two wing backs, the two central defensive players, and then the forward players, the three of them. Okay, the moment you choose to play a back four, okay, and the moment you choose not to match the back three from Chelsea and choose to play a back four the way Mikel did, you have to drill into your players that the left midfielder and the right midfielder, in this case Saka and Pepe, they have to track back. Okay, they have to fall back and give protection to the left back and the right back respectively. But that didn't happen.
Did not happen.
And what happened?
2 goals.
2 goals.
From that wing.
From that side, from that right hand side of Arsenal's left. And Reece James had the game of his life.
Space, he was confident.
He could have chosen to shoot, to pass. He had time to actually think of what to do. So
big mistake.
I think probably maybe we can not be too harsh on Saka. He probably was not fit. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. And it was really, really disappointing to see. I expected
disappointing.
It was.
I was happy. I was happy.
No, but I did say 2-0 scoreline. But I expected fight. I expected Arsenal to come out and actually challenge. But I don't know. Let me ask, what did you think of Lukaku?
Lukaku was out of this world.
First game back into the season after his move to Inter from United.
I think that was a good move for him. Because he's matured. His game has matured. He's stronger now. I think he's more intelligent.
Better touch.
Better touch,
Yeah, we all know Lukaku's control wasn't the best.
What has also improved his goal scoring ability.
Oh yeah, on the turn.
Yeah.
He has now this ability to turn defenders. And also speaking of turning defenders, what do you think of Pablo Mari?
He was violated, man. That's an understatement. Mari was like a schoolboy.
He was made to look like an amateur, which was crazy. So the question I have, do you think if Ben White was in that starting lineup, do you think what happened to Mari would have happened to him?
No, I don't think so, because Lukaku is just he has brutal strength, and only few defenders can match up to him.
You believe
I believe he could not match up. He cannot match up to Lukaku. Lukaku is just too strong. So in my opinion,
it wouldn't matter.
It wouldn't matter. I don't think the outcome would be the same.
Really?
Yeah.
That's actually interesting.
Yeah.
Because he was just immense. He overwhelmed everyone.
Yeah.
And there was so much attention to him.
Yeah.
Which obviously brought attention away from the
other players,
other Chelsea threats, and they capitalized.
They did.
Maybe the only other thing I may ask, with Mikel's substitutions, even after seeing the first goal, in the first half, to go and be scored a similar goal, with no tracking back. Do you think the change at halftime should have been made?
It should have been made. I think it should have, because that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem, and you need to fix that problem
before it gets worse. Yeah. Because Mikel had the options on the bench.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, with the likes of Nuno, because he would have brought in the new left back, Nuno.
Yeah.
I think it's called Nuno Tavares. If you had brought him in and asked Tierney to play as a left centre back, go to a back three, play that left centre back role, and then put Nuno up
Okay.
up there on the left wing or the left midfield position,
Yeah.
and at least try and match Chelsea stride for stride. Just try and work harder than them.
Yeah.
Obviously, Saka not being fit enough, he should have come out.
Yeah.
Okay, and then now you just try and match Chelsea player for player, work just as hard as them. And at that time, it was 1 goal only. We were only 1 goal ahead.
Yeah.
I believe it would have given them a chance, because you never know in football. When
you take your chances.
Aubameyang there, obviously, if he got the chance, he tucks it in.
Yeah.
But I'm disappointed in Arsenal.
I'm not.
Wow.
Yeah.
Clearly, you're a United fan.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna be in big trouble, especially because of their next game.
But I think having players coming back, Odegaard, featuring, Oba now has minutes to his game.
Yeah.
So I think they'll be better. I don't know if they'll have the strength to overcome City, but I think they'll be better. But that Chelsea performance doesn't have to be replicated again.
So here's a question: Mikel in or Mikel out?
Mikel in. Just give him some time.
Oh.
Just give him some time.
That's so.
Maybe 20 years, but just give him some time.
Okay, maybe not 20 years, but
just give him some time.
I've seen die-hard Arsenal fans. Okay, going against the norm, which is obviously to go on social media and Mikel out, Mikel this, but they're saying give him until game 9, because
that's unfair. I think that's unfair.
How so?
Which manager would want to go to Arsenal in such a situation? So don't tell me Conte, because Conte won't take that crap. Sorry to say.
It's interesting, but think of it this way. Give him until game week 9, because if you look at game week 3, ignore the City game. Let's assume 3 losses on the bounce. Okay. Go to game week 4. Okay, where the fixtures get a bit easier. They play the likes of Norwich and so on, teams they should be winning. If then that trend continues, Mikel should resign. Okay,
I still think it's harsh, but I'll give you that because the fixtures are better.
Yeah,
the fixtures are better.
I think the Brentford game was their fault.
Yeah, it was their fault. This one was also their fault because, as you put it, they needed to match Chelsea stride for stride.
Okay.
But I don't know. Maybe after the international break, we'll see how they'll be.
Okay. Maybe just a quick preview. Where do you think they'll finish this season?
Number 9.
Wow.
9. Lower. Because I think Brighton are better than them. That's a solid team.
Okay.
West Ham are good.
West Ham looking form.
I still think Leeds are better than them currently and also moving forward. So this is because taking into consideration Man City, Chelsea, Aston Villa also better than them. United are better than them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually put them down for 6th, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Anyway, we'll see.
Next, we move on to Brighton versus Watford.
Yeah.
I had a 2-1 win prediction for Watford, so I chose an away win.
Yeah.
We all know the game turned out as a 2-0 home win for Brighton.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on the game?
From the whistle, Brighton were just dominant. And the defensive core of Lewis Dunk, Shane Duffy, and Veltman.
Yeah.
They were superb. Generally, the team performed remarkably well. Yves Bissouma.
Yeah.
That guy he's out of this world.
Brighton's best player, in my opinion.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. But the team performed, they delivered. Particularly Bissouma, talking about him, the second goal which Mupai scored.
Yeah.
It was from Bissouma's pressing.
Yes.
Yeah, so
that's how they won the ball back and
he
turned defense into attack and
yeah.
the goals
They're good.
created.
Yeah, so I think Brighton also they have potential to finish top 10. So yeah, I think
do.
they do. In my opinion, I think they do.
Oh wow, that is interesting.
Yeah. So we'll see how it falls. But again, any team going to Brighton going to be an issue.
Yeah,
Going to be
that's
an
actually
issue.
true.
Be an issue.
But there are reports that Mopai is injured.
Oh really?
I don't know how true that is. I think he picked up an injury during the game. I've not really done much research into it, but he's actually a very critical core player to Brighton's success.
Yeah, he's the main attack go-to guy.
So let's just hope he's back in time for the next game.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so Brighton, good win on their part.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it.
Also unbeaten, remember? 6 out of 6.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of surprises this season.
Yeah.
Teams that you thought wouldn't really start off well.
They are doing well.
Yeah, so that's what makes the Premier League interesting.
Yeah.
Next, we move on to Leeds Everton. I think it was a very, very exciting game.
It was.
I found it very entertaining.
Yeah, it was.
Maybe you can give us your thoughts on the game.
I think going to the game, I feel pressure was on Leeds to deliver after the hammering they received from United.
Yeah.
And being at home, Elland Road, hosting fans for the Premier League fans rather, for the first time since 2004, I think.
Yes.
So it was a big match for them, and I believe it was on them to respond from the hiding they received from United.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think, but that's actually a good point. They got promoted into the season where fans were
not there.
So they've had to wait a whole year. So, interesting. So there was a lot of pressure on them being the home team.
Yeah.
Interesting. I think it was, as I said, eventful.
It was.
Leeds did show their resilience, coming back twice from behind.
Yeah.
I believe each team had 17 attempts on goal.
Yeah. So goes to show rather how eventful the game was.
Yeah, and what do you expect from a Leeds game? Obviously, it's end to end.
Bielsa, man, he's just running, possess the ball, and just run some more.
And just get the counter in, get the attempts in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think well deserved 2-2 draw.
And also think for Everton, credit to them also holding on
towards the end.
Yeah.
For the draw.
Yeah.
Because I genuinely believe if there was just a bit more time towards the end, Leeds probably would have won that game because they had the momentum. We've talked about their ability to, what is it called? In terms of fatigue, they don't get fatigued.
Yeah, they don't.
Their fitness level is supreme.
Yeah.
So towards the end of game when the opposition is lagging or is tired, they turn
up.
Yeah, that's when they kill the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it was a fair result.
It was.
Next, we move on to Southampton versus United.
Yes.
I gave a 2-0 prediction, or rather 2-0 win to Manchester United, expecting them to just carry that momentum from the Leeds win in the first game week. But obviously, you're a Man United fan, right?
Diehard United fan.
So, what do you think about the disappointing 1-1 draw?
I think it was. It's fair to blame the players and Solskjaer. I think. Okay, they didn't turn up as they did against Leeds, but I think De Gea saved us also from losing all 3 points.
Yeah.
Because Armstrong was just wasteful.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe if he was a better striker, maybe they would have won it. Maybe if Danny Ings was there.
Oh, we would have been finished.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So I think the major, or rather the person to blame is Oli.
Why?
Because of the way he chose to set up.
Okay.
It was actually a combination of two things. Number one, the defensive nature of Oli's setup. And then the second thing is the way Southampton chose to approach the game. I could take you back to the 9-1 win. 9-0. It was 9-0.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the 9-0 win last season.
Yeah.
And if you compare how Southampton played then to how they played, it was completely different. Last time they sat back and waited to defend deep.
Yeah.
This time they put so much pressure on Fred and Matic. I think that was the starting combination that they were just overwhelmed. They didn't have anyone to pass to.
But also remember when we walloped them 9, they were 1 man less. It was early on in the game.
That's a good point.
So yeah, I think this time I also don't think Ole is much to blame. I think it was the players themselves.
Really?
Because from what I saw, they were dominant opening maybe 10 minutes. United, because there was that Maguire chance that was headed on the crossbar and then cleared off the line.
Yes.
But they didn't build on that.
They should, even after equalizing, they should have just turned the gears.
Fair enough.
So I think the moment we equalized and it was 1-1, all the attacking players should have been in the squad.
Yeah. So also
fairly disappointing.
It was
2 points dropped. I think the only benefit is that it's at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And we have a chance to recover as the season progresses.
And also another positive is Greenwood is firing on all cylinders.
Oh yeah.
He's on form right now. Yeah. And Pogba is also on form.
Yeah.
Bruno, of course, I don't think we can doubt his ability.
Yes.
So maybe the way you put it, it's still early on. Maybe we can rectify as the season continues.
Here's a question. Do you think that was a foul?
It was a foul.
The Bruno.
It was a foul. In my opinion, it was a foul because the guy went through Bruno.
Going through the man, then getting the ball.
Yes, because the ball was he didn't get the ball until after Bruno was down. So that's a foul.
Okay.
From my eyes, it was a foul.
I know with the refs these days, they don't want to
Don't get me started with those guys.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Last season they were giving fouls left, right, and center. Now it's like the moment they see a foul, they just turn the other way, and you're like,
but also maybe not to let Bruno off the hook. If the foul doesn't go your way, you get up and you continue the game. You don't start insulting the referee or going after the referee because he stopped.
Everyone stopped.
Yeah.
So I think fair play to Southampton for keeping the play going.
Yeah.
And I guess we have to say it was a deserved 1-1 draw at the end of it. So what more can we say?
Nothing.
Next we move on to Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah.
I gave a 2-1 win prediction to Wolves.
Wow.
And
you did?
Yeah, I felt like they would use that home advantage to their benefit.
Fair enough.
But I guess the solo Dele Alli goal
was enough.
Settled everything.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I think Spurs deserve to win because Wolves were just wasteful. They were wasteful. They had a lot of chances.
Yeah.
To begin with, although you can't really fault Jimenez. I think he just caught the ball on the weaker side. I don't know because Adama did well to round Tanganga.
Yeah.
And then placed a good ball. I think it was a good ball. Then Jimenez just didn't hit it well enough. It just went over.
Okay.
That was one chance. The other chance was Adama threw on goal 1-on-1 with Hugo Lloris.
Yeah.
And couldn't finish it.
Okay.
So I think Spurs deserved it because although Wolves played well, let's not discredit them.
Yeah.
I think they're just unlucky from what I saw.
I think the two words I would use to describe Wolves in that game were careless and wasteful.
Yeah.
So I think they were careless because of the penalty.
Yeah.
I think Dele Alli knew exactly what he was doing.
Yes.
He knew that the ball was probably a bit too far for him. So the moment he got contact, penalty, clear penalty.
Yeah.
And I believe they were wasteful with the number of chances that they had.
True.
Keen points, Adama Traore.
Yeah.
If he had good finishing, I think he would be a world-class player.
Class, true.
Because he has all the other aspects of pace, skill,
Strength.
flair, strength.
Yeah.
So he really disappointed me, and I feel he really let down the Wolves team.
Yeah.
Because he should have led Wolves to
A victory.
Yeah. They did have the chances. I think they had 26 attempts.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
a lot.
they had a lot of attempts on goal, but weren't clinical in their finishing.
Yeah.
So as you've said, in that sense, Spurs did deserve.
Yeah, they did.
When you take your chances, you deserve to win. And I think it's now a good step in the right direction. It was a much needed win, especially with the Kane controversy.
Yeah.
It's now been settled, and Nuno can continue with the season.
Yes.
They've started pretty well too.
They have. Undefeated right now.
Yep.
No goals conceded.
Mm-hmm.
They're good. And also I think Kane came on in that game.
Yes, he should have.
He should have scored. Yeah. So, but all in all, I think they've put it. Spurs are on the right direction.
Yeah, let's see what they'll do in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And finally, we move on to West Ham versus Leicester.
Yeah.
I gave a 2-2 prediction. I thought it would be a draw.
I also thought so.
But 4-1. I mean, what do you think of the game?
That was an exciting game, entertaining game.
Yeah.
But obviously, I thought it would be a draw because those are two strong teams.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, West Ham were just good. It was superb. They took their chances and they played well. Credit to them. Yeah,
but we have to consider that the red card did play a very big role in the outcome of the game.
Yes.
I think it literally handed the game to West Ham.
Yeah.
It was, I wouldn't say fairly even. I think before the red card they were a goal down.
Yeah.
But in football, if you just grind it out second half, you can even get a draw.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, after the Perez red card, the effect of that decision was felt in the 80th minute.
Yes.
Because if you've played against 11 men before, or if you've played a man down, the fatigue kicks in towards the end of the game.
Yeah.
And obviously the energy levels drop, the attention levels drop, and
they had no chance.
Yeah, you give a lethal finisher like Mikel Antonio half a chance, he scores.
And in the form that he is in right now.
Yeah, he is actually West Ham's top scorer.
Yeah, all time.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe I would ask you, was that a red card?
I think it was, because if you go in start showing and just practically going on top of another player, I think that's a red card for me.
So you're of the view that Perez would have somehow made an attempt to avoid making contact?
I think so, because again, the issue with me is start showing.
So it was a dangerous tackle.
It was a dangerous tackle, yes.
Okay. I'm still on the fence a bit, because when a player obviously is falling over, only the player knows whether he actually intended to step on someone or it was purely accidental.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I think it's still a dangerous tackle, whether it was intentional or not.
Yeah.
So that warrants a red card, at least from my perspective.
Okay. Yeah, West Ham, big up on them.
Big up to them.
And that's it from us this episode.
Yes, it is.
We've gone through all 10 teams. And if you've made it this far, thank you so much for the support. Remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you like more of this type of content. Let us know down there in the comment section. And yeah, I've been your host, Ian.
Alan.
And stay safe. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.